Hey everybody, it's the TV Optimist. Going to be talking about Punked again. This is probably going to be the last time I talked about Punked because I try to get Quibi to watch the Quibi Punked. And for those that don't know the Quibi situation, let me just talk about that real quick. Dumbass Jeffrey Katzenberg thought he was coming out with this amazing idea called Quibi, which is short for Quick Bites. It's a streaming service where you can watch TV shows where each episode's like 10 minutes a piece or some shit like that. And it's like for people on the go. Like, I don't have time to watch an entire episode on Netflix or Hulu or wherever the fuck you use. I don't have time for this shit. Quibi was supposed to fill that gap for those people that are like, I have a 15-minute break. I don't have anything else I usually do. I want to watch something. I'll watch a 10-minute episode of Punk'd. And some other shit that they had on there. Some fucking Kelly's Court or some shit. They had all kinds of different things that I was like, that none of this really appeals to me except Punk'd. And I try to get it. They had to shut down because of COVID. December 1st, 2020, it's gone. Much like Flash. Jesus fucking Flash. R.I.P. Flash. So they're shutting down December 1st. So my dumbass November 1st was like, I'm going to try to get like a free account real quick so I can watch Punk before it's gone. Because I don't think this shit's going anywhere. I think it's just going to be gone forever. So I got it and I downloaded it and I got in and it said sign up. That's all it said was sign in. I was like, sign in. And email Pat. I'm like, I've never signed. Where's the sign up? Because you're closing in a month. They're not gonna let you sign up. Fucking idiot. I went on Facebook. I was like, hey, does anyone have a Quibi password? Anyone have a Quibi account I can use? I just got laugh reacts. I'm like, I do hope because they finished finished filming a season 2 of the Quibi Punk. So I hope it finds somewhere. And Chance the Rapper is the host of that one. And I love Chance, so. But moving on to this one. It's Punk'd on BET. It's like 2 years. I think it's 2 years. Yeah. 2 years after, 3 years after the 9th season ended in 2012. It premiered on BET. It only ran for two months. I don't know why that surprises me. It was only one season. Let me go back here real quick. This season, I was very skeptical about. I'm a white guy. BET is Black Entertainment Television. And a lot of black people that I know don't even like BET. Because it's just black MTV. Instead of showing like Black Lives Matter stuff, Black History Month, they show shitty music videos and fucking horrible reality TV. MTV. But black. And with a Punk'd on BET, they're not going to be punking any white people, are they? No. They're not. Just black people. I mean, there's people on here that are like mixed race black, but overall they're black. They're black people. Hosted by black people. Black. Where's the inclusivity, man? I want to be included in this conversation. And it was hosted by King, I don't know how you say his name, King Bach. Huge Vine star, I think did Wild 'N Out for a little bit. I don't know if he's still doing it. And Daystorm Power also. Did he do Wild 'N Out? I knew Daystorm way before Vine was a thing. I knew him on YouTube. He's a rapper. Positive. messages and shit, and then out of nowhere he started doing comedic like shit, and he was pretty funny. And then he got big on Vine, and I guess him and King Batch collaborated a lot, so they're friends. So that makes sense for them to host this together. But I was very skeptical, even though I like Daystorm Power and I like King Batch. I'm like, I don't know. But from the first episode, that shit killed me. It absolutely destroyed me. It doesn't say what they do in all these episodes, so I don't remember. There's a lot of rehashed pranks that they do over and over again. And I mentioned one of them in my review, which I'll talk about here in a second. But the very first episode I want to talk about, let me just go down real quick. Chris Brown and K. Michelle, first episode. Second episode, A$AP Rocky and Miguel. Third, Michael B. Jordan, Rita Ora. Then Sanaa Lathan and Trey Songz. Russell Simmons and Zendaya. Rosario Dawson and Meek Mill. Naturi Naughton. And King Batch gets punked too. And then Kevin Hart and Karrueche Tran. When I saw this list, I was like, okay, I know some of these people. I know most of the people. Chris Brown. I know K. Michelle because at this time, when I reviewed it, it's 2016. So I was like I was over a year with my wife, and she loves K. Michelle. I know the names A$AP Rocky and Miguel. I didn't know their music at all. I know Michael B. Jordan. I kind of know Rita Ora a little bit. Don't know Sanaa. I know her face. Is she in Alien vs. Predator? She looks like the girl from Alien vs. Predator. And Trey Songz. I know Russell Simmons. I know Zendaya. I know Rosario Dawson. I knew Meek Mill. Don't know Naturi. King Batch. I know Kevin Hart. And Karrueche Tran sounds familiar. Yeah. She was Loving Basketball, Brown Sugar, Alien vs. Predator. So the very first episode, I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's see how they set this up. And it's a very different setup. Instead of in your face like MTV was, instead of like, oh, I'm Ashton Kutcher. Oh, we're going to blow up a car. Oh, yeah. Get punked. This one, it had them set up in like an office, and they were just like talking about what they would do, and they were detailing, okay, we'll do it this way. Okay. And then they execute it. And I don't think they failed once, which is always a good thing. Chris Brown was punked before. I don't remember what happened in the episode. There was like a family dinner or some shit. That's the first season, right? I don't think Chris Brown was punked in the second one. No. Control F. Chris Breezy. Chris Brown takes his mother and manager to a restaurant, and when his mom gets sick from the salad, the waiter accuses him of being rude and tells the manager of the restaurant their table was causing problems. And this is 2006. So that's 10 years before this season, before these guys prank him. So he was still young, baby face. Let me hit the flow. If you ain't, let me know. That Chris Brown. Prior to punching Rihanna, Chris Brown, the baby face, this guy can do no wrong. He got an attitude in that episode, like, attitude, like, and it's kind of like, oh shit, he's gonna punch somebody. 10 years later, he has a daughter. He's punched Rihanna. He's a rapper. R&B Chris Brown, now rapper Chris Brown. This is a guy you don't want to fuck with, and they fuck with him hard. This season took things to a whole... This series, this revival, took things to a whole nother level. Like, they've done big Hollywood production style stunts before with the earthquake in the last one and the gas station exploding, and then the uh, first series, the first ever Punked, did a lot of shit like that where there's explosions and big things going on and like, oh shit. But this one took things. It felt like a smaller budget, but they did it so well. Chris Brown is doing a music video shoot. I don't remember K Michelle's. I don't remember any of these except Miguel and Chris Brown are the ones that stand out the most to me. And then A$AP Rocky, having read my review. I'll get to that. Chris Brown is filming a music video. His daughter's with him. And he's there, and they're like, I know what we'll do. We'll kidnap his daughter. What? You're gonna kidnap Chris Brown's daughter? That's fucking nuts. And it's this white woman. She walks up. She's like, "Come here, sweetie," and takes her hand and walks away with her. And Chris Brown. It shows how good of. It shows how much of a. How good of a father he is. How good at his job of being a father he is. I said a year. Hold up, back up. I said this was like almost a year of being with my wife. It's over 2 years. My bad. 2016. 2015, I had my daughter. Okay. Anyway, contrast of me and Chris Brown as fathers. Chris Brown, immediately, he's like filming, he's dancing and shit, and then like he looks over and his daughter's not there, and he's like, yo, where the fuck's my daughter? And everyone's like, Chris, calm down. And he's like, no, where the fuck is my daughter? And like he's going off, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. And it's scary, and I'm like, like I'm cringing, but I'm also loving it. Like this, what the fuck is this? What is this? BET really fucking like, they saw the bar and they were like, okay, I got this shit, like with ease. Like I said, don't remember the rest of them. Except my favorite episode, episode 2, A$AP Rocky and Miguel. A$AP Rocky is one that's redone, and I might have mentioned it in my first Punk review, where Triple H knocks down a door and hits a bride in the face and breaks her nose. There's blood everywhere, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," and he's telling her to get the cameras off and shit. And so, can you getting into it with the camera guy? Can you stop? Can you? And same thing. A$AP Rocky goes through a door and hits someone in the face. His isn't supposed to burst through the door. He just like, oh, it's in this door, and he opens the door and and they go a step further and they want him to walk her down the aisle. They're like, oh, she's such a fan of yours, and it would make her world if you could just walk down the aisle. And he's like, oh, okay, and so he walks her down the aisle, just like, with while she's gushing blood. I like that. I like how they did a twist on a classic prank. Classic Punk. But Miguel takes the cake as the best in this entire revival. And the thing is, at this time, I knew the names. I didn't really care for their music. Never listened to them. Now I've heard both, and they're all right. They're not bad. But Miguel was on a radio show promoting his music and all that shit. And he's sitting there, and like they're taking calls from fans, and one girl is like, "Oh my god, Miguel, I love you so much. Like, no, seriously, we should be together." And he's like, "Oh," he's like, that's funny. She's like, "I love you, Miguel," and he's like, "Have a good one." They take her off the phone. She calls back, and she's like, I swear to God, Miguel, I'm gonna jump off this building if you don't tell me you love me. And they're like, oh shit, and they look out the window, and across the street on a building is the fan standing on the roof on the phone. Miguel, I'm gonna jump if you don't. He's like, oh my God, I love you, just don't jump. I was like, this is so fucking dark for no reason. It's black entertainment television. You gotta be dark, I guess. Yeah. But man, like, holy shit. I was like, it's so funny, but it's like a real life situation. Like that shit really happens. Like people get really, they get really crazy over celebrities, and I could see this really happening. Like a lot of punks, I'm like, I don't, like I suspend my disbelief. This one, I'm like, this is very. I'm a father when I watch this. If my daughter was kidnapped, I'd react the same way as Chris Brown. I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. Take a shot. I'm gonna kill somebody. But it's so good. This was a great revival. I gotta stop saying season. It's not a season. It's a revival. I was thinking about that earlier when I first woke up. I was like, they did the Fear Factor with Joe Rogan back in the day, and it went off the air for years, and then I know where it's like Fear Factor's coming back, and it felt different. It's like a revival, yeah. But Joe Rogan was the host. I feel more comfortable saying that was a new season than a revival. Same thing with like Will and Grace. Fucking Will and Grace was on. It went off. Netflix was like, hey, we have a new Will and Grace. And it's like, what? And Will and Grace came back for a little bit. Roseanne. Like, revivals, but they're continuations. So it's actually a new season. These have new hosts. These have new formats. They're revivals. But I think BET did really good. And I was like, I actually want to see another BET. Out of all of them, I'd probably say the first Punk'd is the worst. It went on for the longest. It was cool because it was like, for those of us that didn't watch Candid Camera, they didn't grow up with that shit or stuff like that. Man, Punk'd was awesome. And then, like, seeing a couple episodes of that, and then seeing the entire season, the entire MTV season with my mom and my brother was such a great experience. And I liked the format of changing hosts every episode. This episode's hosted by this person. Like, that's cool. I like that. And then this one was really cool too. Like, all black everything. And then just doing a really good job. I had to scratch my nose. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think that's really cool. And I really want to. Oh, man. I really wanted a new season. And I finally got it 5 years later, Quibi. But I can't watch it. And it looks really funny. There's 10 episodes. So that's like a total of what? I can't math. An hour and 40 minutes. You can watch the entire season in an hour and 40 minutes. If it's 10 minutes an episode. Yo, that's nuts. That's fucking nuts. Anyway, I might do another Punk'd review if somehow they re-release this. I was going to get Quibi for Punk'd. That was it. That's like getting the Xbox One for Killer Instinct. I mean, that's all I want it for. So, but we'll see. Might just be lost in the ether and I might just cry about it. Like Unis Honest. I didn't follow that shit, so c'est la vie. You guys have a good one. Thank you for watching. Check out Punk'd. Check out all 3 shows. But especially BET. Like, I think they did really fucking good. I was like, wow. Okay, bye.